From a regional perspective, when you tell someone where you're from, does that matter? Like this part of the area where the Virginia peanut, like how does that get incorporated into stuff? I mean, are people looking for peanuts from Iowa? Like, do they care about that? Like, I don't know that there are.
Yeah, I'm curious too. Like, I mean, like specifically like a Texas Roadhouse or a Five Guys. Where do they source their peanuts for their?
Because all their potatoes are from Idaho. But
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, they're getting Virginia type peanuts as well. Virginia there's certainly when Amadeo Obasi moved to Virginia in the early 1900s, he really brought planters and had a partnership with Birdsong, the shelling company in Suffolk. I think they really started to put their stamp on Virginia as a destination and type of peanut. Georgia still currently grows more acres of peanuts than Virginia does. But back in the 60s, 70s, early 80s, Southampton County, Virginia, where we're located, was the #1 peanut producing county in the country. I think the Japanese are very like this place is famous for where I was from was famous for kaki, which is persimmons in Japan. So every region has something that it's famous for, and the Japanese celebrate that a lot differently than we do. You mentioned Idaho. There's a few products that we're like, oh yeah, like Napa Valley cabs are great, or Oregon Pinots, or oysters from this part of Maine or the Eastern Shore, or whatever. We do it, but we don't do it as elegantly as the Japanese do. But for us, the peanuts, I am super proud of this being the roots of the best peanuts in the world. I said they're growing on 6 or 7 continents, but the best soil in the world is Tidewater, Virginia, without a doubt, for growing super extra large Virginia type peanuts. And it's something that we're certainly very proud of.
I'm sorry, Zach, has the planters footprint that has decreased recently, hasn't it?
They recently sold. Yeah, I mean that's changed hands a few times for sure with large food companies.
Gosh, I always thought the planters would be a parent company for in the peanut industry. It's interesting.
So just having all those other businesses that are similar, that's a good thing for the area.
I would like, it's competitive, but I think it is a good thing for the area. And I would like to, over the next few years, develop a little more of a collaboration with our partners. Like the Salty Southern Trail is something that there's been a tourism initiative to try to highlight that we've got great peanuts and hams. It's definitely not as sexy as wine trails, but if we could figure out a way to work together and make it a destination and offer something other than peanuts. Peanuts go great with wine and beer and good food. I think peanuts are an essential part to every party, right? It's the first part of the party. So let's start with a handful of peanuts and you're going to finish with a cake or whatever it may be. But peanuts need to be part of every single party. And if we can figure out how to use our region and work together.
I would love to have that at a craft brewery, just to start.
Yeah, we've partnered with Nanceman Brewing in Suffolk, and they're doing a Hub's Peanut Butter Brown Ale, which is a cool like branding on a craft beer, which is cool.
Is that conversation not happening in the same kind of way? So our area historically is known as military tourism ports, right? Mm-hmm. So and then you said, nuts aren't as sexy as some of the other things. Is that just it? Or because to me, the amount of business and the amount of employment that is being housed in an industry around peanuts is amazing. Yet that story isn't being pushed. And another example is you just see something like a homes.com, which was home based in downtown Norfolk. I think they were acquired by CoStar for $157 million. That story isn't being told really either. You got something like a Smithfield Foods. They've done a good job of pushing something like that and kind of having the Smithfield ham. But why aren't the peanuts, in your observation, why aren't peanuts getting the same kind of movements that some of these other things are, even though they employ and are eaten and consumed all across the country and the world?
I think there is some aspect of the competitive nature of all of our businesses, but that's what I think we have an opportunity to really showcase our region. I tell people all the time, we are the Napa Valley of peanuts in this area. So that is something that we need to work hard to achieve. People know us. I mean, I was doing an English or a Spanish class when I was in Guatemala, and we were looking at a picture book, and you have the Eiffel Tower in Paris, and you have the Empire State Building in New York, but right here in Southampton County, Suffolk area, there was a picture of a peanut, and so it's like, it's known, but how do we do a better job of articulating that message to get people here? And we have to offer, like, now we've got more retail spaces than we've had before, like Highway 58, where we're located now. Now there are more options for people to come. We're right off of the exit, and it's a little bit easier now to have people stop in that are traveling to the beach from 95. So, and it's just something I think we're all starting to understand, that we need to do a better job on collaborating that message. That's something I'm working on. I think
is there still a peanut festival in Suffolk?
There is, but it's not really as peanut centric. It's kind of like a little fair where you go and ride rides and eat cotton candy. It's not really as peanut festival as it could be. It could be high. It could be redone. It could be rebranded a little bit, maybe. And they do a great job. I'm thinking there could be other ways to showcase that, though.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, I hear Suffolk Peanut Festival powered by Hubb's Peanuts, but that's just me.
Ooh.
No, I mean, I definitely think there's an aspect there that, from a branding perspective, that is missing. That could be a huge win. That you
I mean, doesn't like Pungo for their strawberry festival, they bring in like lots, like 100,000 people over the course of a week. Something crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you get good food, good music, good booze. It's on, right?
Sounds great.